Such heroic nonsense. Such heroic nonsense.
All right, we survived that.
Yeah, but will we survive this?
Such heroic nonsense.
Come on, showtime's over. We've got work to do.
We now return to the Transformers.
Hey everyone, how is it going? Ashbourne, how are you, mate? Very good to see you. You are the most loyal follower. Thank you for being with me, mate. That is very nice of you. Today, we're just going to do a quick canter through my war lab. Today, my Alliance Prime Nemesis are squaring off against G1 PSYOPS. They say never meet your heroes. You know, G1 PSYOPS were a unit that I used to watch on Wazza and Freeze and CF when I first started. I was like, geez, how am I ever going to be as good as these guys? And here I am battling against them today. So I'm hopeful that I'm going to be able to not cock it up too colossally and make it so that you guys can all learn a little bit. So let me just transition into here. I've been changing my base around recently. Just quickly around the whole base scenario. And while I'm doing that, I'm just going to put the chat up just in case anyone's going off. Hey, Block Boy, how are you, buddy? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming along. So, nice new base coming along. I've got my Quintus Prime core finally. And I have, as you can see, structurally put lots of goodies in and around that to cock up somebody's day who wants to come along. I've got some stuff in the quadrants up here of the first section, which is just going to draw people in if they don't zap them. I've got my nice big Ultra Pitus U in the centre, and we've got all sorts of goodies in those increasingly strengthened outposts for people to deal with, and a nice old combiner sat in there. Pretty much got all of the prime cores now, and they are nicely shaping up. They do take quite a while and quite an investment to put in, but classically I've put the Vector in the MDS here, the Megatronus in the MDS here, and I was experimenting last night with Primer, which should be not in that beam laser, in this beam laser. So Primer in the beam laser seems to be quite a winner, especially on the approach up to your second section, if this is how you're structuring it with that rear loaded base, because, well, guess what? It's going to zap everyone and give them glass gas as they approach all of your kilobots and all of your best stuff. So that's looking pretty good. I'm quite happy with that.
Remind me to give the autopilot a raise.
I love the fact that your base is actually on autopilot whenever you are using it. Cool. Can you guys all hear me all right? All going well? I can see the chat. I'm going to pop it out. That might cock everything up. Who knows? But imminently, we will get onto the war business. Shall we? It's probably a good idea. Enough of this gobbing off about the base. Yeah. Still not quite used to an Apple Mac, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Right, I have the chat. We appear to be streaming okay. It's all good. Right, let's do it. Let's have a little scout. We'll watch some replays. Time spent in Reconnaissance, never ever wasted. Yeah. Finally got here. Right, so we've got a nice left to right path at the front from MALTUS. Big salute to you, MALTUS. And then a bit of rear loaded action up here. We've got a Megatronus core and a Vector core, classic. Not near the shield gen, which is interesting. So they are going to be slightly easier to kill. We have got a whole range of build bots. We've got anti-acid, that's not going to bother me too much. Cryo will, so we're going to have to get rid of that. And fire I don't really care about. And we've got a little fire core down there, but that is not going to bother me in the slightest. So let's have a little run at this. I am just going to clear out these guys, and we're going to start from scratch. We're going to have Grimlock, we are going to have Tazzy, we're going to have Rook, we're going to have Blue Streak, we're going to have Air Raid, we're going to have Smokey, and we're going to have Ratchet and Wheeljack. I've recently switched from using Minerva as my kind of primary medic to Ratchet and then Wheeljack. And on my Wheeljack, at the suggestion of one of you guys, I think, I put Micronus on him, and he is really good. And I'm loving the new Shattered Glass Wheeljack skin, even though it does make him look a little bit evil. And Wheeljack to me is always like the Doc Brown of the Autobots. So I'm a little bit sad that he looks evil, but I do like it. We're going to take Megatronus just to absorb some pain, and my favourite war combiner and my favourite combiner from childhood, Computron. As you can see, my Ruination is getting slowly better, although I am levelling up Omega Supreme at the moment. And I've got Skyrain in the Outpost because he gives an awesome post-death 5-star ability defensive shield. So let's have a run at it, shall we?
Decepticon shenanigans in your area!
Not for long. Right. Let's do this.
I wasn't worried for a microsecond.
So we're going to try and path these boys. We are going to drop Grimlock here to absorb some pain. Taz there. And we'll see how this flows. That should be enough for Taz to just destroy that quadrant. And we are off at the races. Let's drop everybody else down here. Taz sometimes goes a little bit Fleetwood Mac. You know, starts just doing his own thing. Wandering up north. You've always got to watch him. He's a very free spirit. I do love that we've got like the Tasmanian Devil as a transformer now. So as you can see, that Vector Core's already lost its first life, and we are sniping. We are schmeagling and we are sniping. I'm going to hit it with the arc, and then on the next arc timing. So that is now gone. I'm going to start tuning up the Megatronus MDS. Who have we got here? We've got Transmetal Megatron, as always. And we've got a bit of Iron Bison. So that's the Megatronus MDS gone. Jeez! I'm going to just start killing that Micronus one, just for fun. In fact, we're going to air raid it. Let's see if we can just get a bit of an explosion going on. And this should be a bit of a walk. Potentially no biner. Now, I'm just going to take out that Cryo Core, which was there, using the Arc's ability. Everybody's health is looking reasonable at the moment. And as soon as Blue Streak gets into the vicinity of that, I'm just going to pop those outposts actually. And just chuck a bit more damage at that Micronus core. We've got Galvatronus popped. And he is going to use his special ability any second now. So I am going to pop Computron just to take care of these guys nice and quickly. This is how I like to use Computron. So I like it when we've got all of the outpost bots. They're all going to blood clot together now. They're all going to come at him. Boom. We're just going to hit that Micronus core. We're now going to hack them. Galvatronus will get hacked. Deluge will get hacked if he's in range. A couple of the others will. So as you can see, they're now doing my job for me, which is always nice. Just going to tune this up a little bit with some Cryostorm action, because Computron will die very quickly. So you want to try and get it off nice and fast. But as you can see, I'm just going to drop Megatronus here just to help out a bit. Really though, I think looking at the time, we should be alright. I am just going to hit that shield gen with the arc and with Blue Streak. So the arc should take out that. Let's just take out that Micronus core, because that could cause us a bit of a time drain later on. Bots are doing well. Let's use Megatronus's ability just to take that Micronus core out. And a bit of Smoky. Probably didn't really need to use that Biner, and I'm now just going to speed everybody up with Wheeljack's special ability. And this, ladies and gents, and everyone else, is all over.
Not today, Galvatron.
Okay, big salute to you, Maltus. Great start, mate. Not too bad at all. I'd maybe move that shield gen cluster around a bit though, just to make it a bit harder, because they were very easy to kill from distance with smokescreen, and he's not even got a volatile mixture core on him. He's just got a Nexus core. Cool, right. They always lure you into a false sense of security though, don't they? Right, G1 PSYOPS, what have you got for me now? Oh, I've got that in my beard. Okay, interesting. So we've got Biner up front. I'm going to go ahead and guess that will be Lyo Kaiser. We've got 2 outposts, lots of spider mines. Of course we've got Quintus, but not enough buildings around him to really do me any damage. We've got the Vector Core MDS there. We've got a Megs MDS up there. I mean, there's so many ways we could skin this. This is kind of front-loaded, kind of not. I love the wall architecture. Look at that. It looks like an Aztec god. Or like the monster from the end of Moana that turns into Tafiti. I know a lot about Disney, because obviously you all know my little bear comes and helps me every now and then with the old sound effects. But how are we going to skin this? Let's have a look at how some of my colleagues did it. So Metal Maniac, who's our boss, I draw a lot of inspiration from his style. We have a very similar war team. Let's see how he did it. I would imagine he's rushed Grimlock in. Oh yeah, there he is. Pop Mind Wipe. Mind Wipe will do cock all to Grimlock because he's got a Leech Core on him. Ta-da! Always satisfying to completely bollocks up Mind Wipe. and have him achieve the square root of nothing. Although I do love the Mind Wipe G1 toy. What a great toy. Really want one of those. And now he's going to deploy everybody else. Like me, he's got Shielder on Rook, so he's going to pop a little drone out anyway. Oh, we've got Galvatronus. That's good. Okay. So I reckon his bots will probably just deal with that. He's lost his Ratchet, but that shouldn't matter too much. And then it's just a case of air raiding and sniping. Okay. For a bit of variation, what I might do is run Brainstorm on that, because I've been building him up a little, and I want to give him a go. So we will swap out air raid for General Brainstorm. Recently made him a general. We'll keep everybody else the same. And we are good to go. Let's do it.
Laser beam returns, Megatron. On you, Petro Rabbit.
Yeah. Right. So I'm going to follow the boss's lead. And I'm just going to spam Grimlock right into that to try and trip Mind Wipe. Oh, I've tripped the Biner as well. Oops. That might be a little bit more tasty now. We may end up having to use another Grimlock special ability, just so that he doesn't colossally die. Which we're going to do. The benefit of experience. No, Metal Maniac only dropped him near the Spider-Man. Ah, everyone's down now. And I think we can start smashing into that MDS with a bit of Brainstorm and this sort of business. Have we got any cryo cores? Didn't recce the cores. But don't worry, I think we're good. Now, what I am going to do is a snipe at that core. That's nice and dead. We're just going to tune up that liege core with a bit of brainstorm action and a bit of blue streak. If you want to see or ask anything, I have the chat in front of me, so you feel free to ask away. I can't see exactly how many people we've got with us, and I've only got it on top chat. Let me put all chat. Right. What do we got? We've got 15. Let's just tune this up with Tazzy. We'll give it a little bit of extra health for him as well. Let's just use Megatronus' special ability, and let's just use the Arc's ability just to kill off that beam laser. But I love how they just wander around and pop the outpost completely willy-nilly. Let's just give a little bit of extra health because I think we're going to lose smokescreen, which isn't ideal. But we've got lots of ability points, although I haven't managed that well because I was kind of looking at something else and gobbing off slightly. But I think we're all right. And as you can see, my mobile phone is pinging away, despite the fact that I'm just having a bit of a break. I think we're pretty good. We've got 1 minute and 30. Most of the danger is now gone. Let's just charge Grimlock into that, just to stop him cocking about with Scourge. We've got Megatronus now. And let's speed them up a bit with some wheeljack action. So, careless on my part that I lost both Smokescreen and Blue Streak, my two gunners. The two most squishy, really, but I shouldn't really have lost them on that. But no biner. You know, big salute to you, Mive. Thank you for the sport, buddy. Right, let's have a look at base 3. Gosh, it's windy here in the UK today. Nearly blowing all my trees over. Right, what we got? We've got a bit of a front-loaded action sort of thing going on here. Might use some gears. Bit of gears action. I like using gears anyway, because it's just good fun to do. And all the way through, I'm just like,
Better things to do tonight than die.
and Gears is usually the one who prevents me from dying. Gears is one, he's got many weaknesses, but his big weakness is that. So guided missiles are not his friend, and they will rapidly eat his health. So I caution you to have a think about how you mitigate that. I always run him with an amalgamous core, and yeah, that is usually a good idea. Oh, I've got 5 viewers. We the ones? Hey, buddy. Yeah, you've jinxed it now, my old seahorse. You've jinxed it. Bing! Everybody wants me. It's always nice, isn't it? Right, gears. We're going to run. Grimlock for the pain. Rook for a bit of pop-in action. Andy's got my Quintus core on. We are going to run SG Jetfire on this particular iteration. We're going to run Air Raid because there's some things up top that need a bit of his attention. Smokescreen, although I've just shown how quickly he dies when you're not paying attention, he is the most useful bot on the field for me, usually. And Wheeljack for those wonderful kunai. I'm going to take Megatronus again. I'm looking forward to Solus coming out the cooker. That's going to be quite exciting. And we've got Computron for another 11 minutes. So we've got Gears, yeah, we've got everyone. Boom. Right, let's do this. Let's do it live. Whoa. Let's have it.
dog need new strategy.
Okay, we are going to drop him in the top corner just up here. We've got the right Creamzeek, so that is all good. And he is just going to eat the front of this base, hopefully. Problem with using gears, he does take up a lot of time, and he will take up a lot of ability points over time. However, he generally pays you back as much as he takes. Is everyone using gears? You've been able to pull him at 5-star? Now what we might be able to do here is just clean up this a little bit. Let's just make sure there's no... Ah, there's a cryo core there. Let's just kill that. Ugh. Come on, Ark. Don't be a dick. Come on. There. What we might be able to do now is persuade the other bots just to go south straight away. So let's drop everybody now right up here. We're going to pop that outpost, but that's not too much of a drama. And then we are into we're into kind of MDS territory. So we're just going to start. Interesting, that's Demolisher. So we're just going to start sniping and killing the MDS. I'm going back to finger. Finger work. Oh, interesting. So Smokescreen has decided that he's just going to do his own thing and head north, which is not ideal for anybody. So we now need to work fairly quickly to kill off these things down here, which is why it would have probably been a better idea for me to kill everything with gears at the start.
What's it done for doing?
Let's just hit the arc. In fact, I'm just going to hit that with a white Creamzeek, just so that the arc special ability might even take that out on its own. Doubtful, but with a bit of Smokescreen assistance. And I'm going to try. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Again, he just wants to die today. So they're still tracking across there. The majority of the pain is now gone. We're at least going to get a few ability points from this. They are wasting a bit of time, but that's what this base is designed to do. Let's just hit that with SG Jetfire in the hope that that takes it out. And let's just send a Rook drone up here. And he's hopefully going to pop all of these little buggers. And then we're going to Computron them. Boom. We've got most of them. We've got God Neptune, is that popping out of there? Is that God Neptune? I think so. I always wish God Neptune would come with the original G1 Piranacon sort of Miami late 1980s sort of pink and turquoise skin. I actually bought that figure. It never came out in the UK, but I bought it off eBay the other day, and it is one of the most glorious little crazy combiners I've ever seen. It's just ever so funny to play with, and it just looks like the Little Mermaid's nightmare, which is funny. So, Computron's doing a very good job. And he's still got the majority of his life left. Let's see if he can just unalive God Neptune here. Possibly not. But Megatronus will. And then we need to get a bit of a spurt on because we've only got 38 seconds left. So they need to stop buggering about, hungrily taking resources, and get on with this. Yeah. Piranacon's awesome, isn't it? It's come on, 22 seconds left. Come on, boys and girls. Let's speed you up a bit. 17 seconds. I think we've probably got it, because we softened it up a bit. Yeah, we're all good, but if you hadn't got high DPS bots there, and you hadn't got Wheeljack giving them that little bit of oomph. You see what I mean about gears being amazing, but you just vampire your time away slightly. So, use sparingly and in the right situation. Arguably, that was not the right situation for gears. So, it's a case of... And the answer is cocking it up. Almost. But we are on to the Defender. Bloody Cow. Big salute to you, Bloody Cow. Excellent name. I like it a lot. So we've got a classic left to right pathing opportunity here. We've got some interesting outposts. So all of the outposts, bar one, which will be Demolisher, are here. Might be Run-amok. Run-amok or Demolisher, I'd say. But I would imagine Run-amok will be down here to give his shield to these naughty little buggers. So, we're going to do the classic Taz two-step and see how we do. Right, let's go.
Ultramanus, a cursory evaluation of Decepticon capability indicates a distinct tactical deficiency.
But not for us. At the moment. But this person is the defender of G1 PSYOPS. You do not get to become the defender of G1 PSYOPS if you don't know what you're doing. So, I do good honour to my adversary, and I salute their craft, I salute their skill, and I'm not taking this lightly. So I'm going to do my best not to die. And we're going to take Megatronus for a bit of pain absorption. We've got our Computron. Right, let's dance. Let's do it.
Such heroic nonsense.
If you haven't already, like, subscribe, come along to the Discord. Got loads of stuff growing and imminently happening in the Discord. Slowly building that up and teaching myself how to do it. I built you all a bot the other day called Moonblade, named by my little daughter, because she wants to be an astronaut at NASA, or rather an engineer at NASA, and loves hard-ass ninja robots. Right, let's just have a quick recce. So we've got some build bots there that aren't going to cause us any problem. I want to kill that Quintus core on the left-hand side fairly quickly. And we don't have any cryo cores up there. We've only got fire, lots of fire. Very worried about Sunstreaker and Rust Dust, this chap. And an FFD, which won't cause us any problems at all. We've got our white Creamzeek, and we're going to do it. Right. Let's go.
Your days are numbered now, Decepticons.
Right, Grimlock, Taz. It's an interesting one because there is something up there that is going to pull my bots north when I want them to stay south. So I'm going to drop them a bit lower than I would normally, just around here, because otherwise that could be problematic. I'm also just going to take out that Quintus core because that could be a bit of a pain in the ass. I'm going to start snipering the Vector core, and as soon as I can I am going to start malleting the outposts, noting that my bots might very well get drawn up there soon. So I'm just going to drop a Rook drone in there now. We are in range for that Nexus core. I'm just going to drop Megatronus. Not quite in range for that Megatronus yet. That is excellent placement of the Megatronus core. It's really making me stretch to get there. And at the moment, it's just a bridge too far for everybody. But as soon as I can, I'm going to drop a bomb on it. And Decepticon will try and take it out. Right, it's now in range. Right, that's gone. Demolisher is going to pop out any minute now. But as there are no electricity cores and Tazzy is in range, we do have 2 more outpost bots up there. Mind Wipe is down, so let's just kill him before he starts zapping us with the Decepticon version of Peacemaker. Let's kill that Micronus core and just zap these guys a bit. Because that Micronus core could cause us some drama. We've got Galvatronus popping. And we've got some outpost bots that I want to pop before I launch Computron. Right, they're all out now. So let's just have some Computron action. We've got 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. So we're looking good. We can get these guys down. So we've got Transmetal Megatron. And I can't even see who the other one is. Right, you're going to get hacked, fellas. Look forward to a few seconds of eating your own. Right, we're just going to hit that with Cryostorm and the Arc special ability. Looks like the Defender's Arc is going to... Nemesis is going to take out my Arc. Just going to hit that with a Creamzeek. But I think with 1 minute and 30 to go, everyone's health looking that good, pretty sure we've got this. Let's just help this along with the Arc, who is about to die. Whoa, he's doing a bit of a dance. What the hell? The Arc just turned into Michael Jackson.
Spare me this mockery of justice.
Right, Defender down. Got 1 more base and we're on 300. 41 minutes into the stream. Nice and quick one. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Ooh, fascinating. Nice big gap in between. I like the look of that. Grand Priest 1, 2, 3. Nice stack on Defender base. Thanks, Warrior. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Right, this is going to be very similar, but let's just have a look at the finer tactical detail of the northern quadrant, the top bit of the base. We've got a shield-gened MDS with Megatronus. Where is the other MDS? There, of course, Vector. We've got a Cryo build bot there, that's going to need to go. We've got our Nexus there, and we've got our Amalgamus here. It's worth killing Amalgamus quite quick. A lot of people overlook it, but if you look at the mathematics of what Amalgamus as a prime core gives the base, their bots get 20% attack and move and 20% health, if that's still alive when they're alive. Not ideal. So we need to kill that as well, as a matter of priority. Right, let's do it, shall we?
Yeah, but will we survive this?
Okay, we're going to take Grimlock, Taz, Rook, Blue Streak, Air Raid, Smokescreen, Wheeljack, Ratchet. Normally, I'd be a little bit more kind of devil-may-care about the innovation of my squad, but as I'm on 300 and as it's my first time against G1 PSYOPS, I'm just going to keep it as is, because it's going to give me a sense of psychological certainty and a sense of morale that I've got this right. So, let's do it. Bit nervous. Does everyone else get a bit like that sometimes when you're on a 300 against an adversary that you're a bit like, oh, I really want to beat these guys? You get a bit nervous. Woo! Right. Let's do it. Let's do it live. Here we go. Right, let's put Grimlock's noodle in this guy's face. Boom, there's Taz. I'm going to drop everybody else down here now. we do have the legs to kill off all those MDS with smokescreen. I love the faith you have in me, mate. I love the faith. Let's just keep taking that out. Mindful of the fact that we need to use the arcs ability. Right, that's gone. Right, let's... Not quite in range of any of that business yet. Let's just take out that cryo core so that we can use Computron. We're not quite in range of that Amalgamus yet, but we are in range of the Megatronus. We're also dangerously in range of popping all those outposts because we've got bots going a bit wacky. So, good. Right, we can start hitting that to really hurt the MDS. Bots are doing good. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it, when things start exploding? We love that. Right, that's gone. Come on, Blue Streak. Just inch forward a tiny bit, my old seahorse. Let's be having you. Scourge is just spinning around all over the place, doing his thing. Just use Megatronus' ability. Right, that should pop in a second. Boom! Ha ha ha! Isn't that satisfying when that happens? Right, let's just kill that Onyx Prime before their combiner pops. Maybe. Right, I've got 10 ability points left. We've got Galvatronus just popped, and we've got bots still cocking about down the bottom. So I am just going to wait this out a second for them to try and pop those outposts. In fact, I'm going to run Grimlock in to hack those two. These guys are dealing with Galvatronus. Of course it's Demolisher. Exactly where I would have put him. Exactly where I would have put him. We do have a lightning core just there. So do we want to kill that so we can use Taz? I don't think we need to. Grimlock is happily munching away. Everyone's health is looking pretty good. That's Galvatronus down and out. Right, let's just take that electricity core out. We're going to do this without a binder. Right, the electricity core's down. Let's let Tazzy eat. And then let's just top everybody up with some wheeljack action. But this is all over. Boom! Ah! Yes! What a rush! What a rush! G1 PSYOPS. Fellas, I did not take that for granted. I was a bit nervous this morning when I got up and I saw that we had G1 PSYOPS as a war. You know, like I say, never meet your heroes, but in this case, I'm really honoured that I did. What a great bunch of bases. Some quite testing placement of things in the latter phases. You know, absolutely did not keep my eye on the ball on base 3 when I lost Smokescreen and Blue Streak. That could have been an absolute shocker. And overuse of gears on one of the bases, which could have timed us out really, really quickly. So what might seem like a good idea at the start, factor in how long does it take to get to the place you want to be. I could have probably done all of that with Taz on one shot and just moved them up to the north. But yeah, 300 against G1 PSYOPS. Guys, what an honour. Very happy with that. Rodimus, I'm so happy to see Rodimus doing great. He's such a good bloke, and I assume he's a bloke. And yeah, obviously just turned a load of stuff around and is really pulling those amazing scores in. What a great team we've got. Really enjoy the conversation we have. Really enjoy the kind of learning that we do. And yeah, got some really good scores rolling in here. Also, we've got people who are just super hungry to learn. Like last night, I was having back and forth with one of our members who's in Turkey, and I don't speak Turkish, but I was using Google Translate so that he could understand what I was talking about, and just to help him get to a position where, you know, he can do what he can do. Now he's using the best he's got, just like I did at the start. You know, he's coined a little bit, I suspect, but he's got the 5 stars that he's got, and they are not all meta 5 stars. So we're trying to come up with strategies to make him successful with what he's got. You know, the reality is he's probably going to have to invest some time and love in some of the meta bots. But this is the type of people that we want in the Alliance. Yeah, just awesome. Right. What a great fun stream. I am going to move it on a little bit now, however, though, because it's time for me to close this out. If you've enjoyed this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Promise not to pester you too much. You can come and join Discord at Ultrapitus. Got a new cool little bot that I designed with my little daughter in there called Moonblade. She's sort of growing as I develop her. So for any newbies out there, she gives you regular reminders to go out there and farm your energon so you don't waste all your fuel, and so that you don't waste your energon. She posts cool music, so I made a cool retro 80s playlist for anybody who enjoys listening to music while they're gaming, and loads of other stuff. You can even talk to her eventually. I've been Ultrapitus. This has been a Such Heroic Nonsense production of my daily war lab against G1 PSYOPS. What an amazing crew. I am going to transition out of here now, but thanks very much for coming, and yeah, see you at Such Heroic Nonsense on Wednesday for the 86 dead bot squad who are getting stronger by the day. Rodimus Prime for the meta, 100%. See you later, everybody.
Heart-busting Decepticons. Nope. Let us end this. Let's make the time.